American Civil Liberties Union has filed a motion in California claiming the federal government continues to systematically separate migrant children from their parents.
According to the court filing, the administration has forcibly separated more than 900 children since Judge Dana Sabra ordered law enforcement officials to stand down on President Trump's zero-tolerance policy. Joining us now to explain the court filings is CBS News reporter Camilo Montoya-Galvez. So, Camilo, Southern California ruled to stop family separations at the border unless a child is in danger. So what's actually happening according to the ACLU?
Right. So in its filing, the ACLU is accusing the Trump administration of continuing to, quote unquote, systematically separate migrant children from their parents after apprehending them, all in direct violation, as you mentioned, Vlad, of a court ruling last year in which a judge said officials should not separate families absent a determination that the parent is unfit or presents a danger to the child. And now the ACLU is saying that the administration has separated more than 900 children from their parents since the summer of last year, and that many of those separations were based on allegations of minor crime, uncorroborated concerns about the fitness of the parents to take care of their children, questionable allegations of gang affiliation against the parents, and other quote-unquote unjustified reasons.
So we have a couple of examples, reasons that were used to separate parent from child. Authorities blamed one man's his daughter's sort of malnutrition, blamed it on him and his poor parenting, but it actually had to do with the level of poverty in the community that they came from. Also, a father said he was separated from his children because of an HIV diagnosis. Is this supposed to be proof of being unfit or the children being in danger?
Well, the ACLU is saying that it's not, right? And in another example, another compelling example, a father was separated from his sick one-year-old daughter after a Border Patrol officer determined that he was being neglectful because he waited for her to wake up until he changed her diapers. In another case that we profiled here at CBS News, a man from El Salvador was separated from his two children because the government accused him of being a gang member, of committing crimes in Honduras, despite the fact that he never lived in Honduras or committed any crimes there. And Vlad and Ann, the administration even justified some separations by accusing mothers who were victims of gang violence of being gang members themselves, falsely, according to the ACLU.
Wow. That's unbelievable. So let me ask you about this, Camilo. Would decriminalizing border crossings, which is an issue, as you know, that was covered in the debate last night, would that prevent the government from separating families? And you might want to clarify for our viewers what decriminalization of border crossings actually means.
Right. So since the first debate in Miami, this issue has gained a lot of traction amongst progressives since former Obama-era Housing Secretary Julian Castro pressed fellow Texan Beto O'Rourke on this issue. And so the issue is very complicated, right? All the candidates have cited, the ones who support decriminalizing border crossings have said that they support it because the administration used that statute to separate migrant children from their parents last year. And that is true, right? Under the zero-tolerance policy, what the Department of Homeland Security did was refer all cases of illegal entry to the Department of Justice for prosecution and deem the children unaccompanied, which in fact, obviously they were not. But in these cases, in these 900 cases that has happened since the court ruling last year, the government has not referred the cases to the Department of Justice for prosecution, but just made a determination that the parents were not fit and that they sometimes presented a danger to take care of their children. So the simple answer is that not really, right? Decriminalizing border crossings will not completely stop the government from having the ability to separate families.
And what about the Trump administration? Have they responded to the ACLU?
You know, we reached out to the Department of Homeland Security, which oversees the Border Patrol agents and the Immigration and Customs Enforcement ICE agents who oversaw these separations detailed by the ACLU, but they did not return a request for comment. But it is important to note that they usually don't say anything about ongoing litigation.
That's true.
All right, Camilo, thank you very much. Appreciate it as always.